Hi, welcome back. Friday, Christmas Film Friday. And instead of a movie this time, I've got a couple episodes from a TV special. Remember last week we talked about Vacation Movie, and I said it had some of the essentials I was looking for, right? Saturday Night Live, National Lampoon, Second City. That one had David Lynch and Badalamenti as well. But Second City, that's where we're at today. This is Christmas from Second City TV. Now, Second City TV got started in the mid-70s. It was a spin-off from Second City's Toronto club. We had Chicago, Toronto opened up a club. Original cast of the Toronto club included people like John Candy, Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, Dan Aykroyd, some great performers. The TV show was a spin-off from that. Now on the TV show, the original cast was John Candy, Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, and Dave Thomas. Also in the very first year, Harold Ramis, who you remember as a great director and writer, he also appeared in the first season or so of Second City on Global TV. It was kind of a limited run. They didn't run full seasons. They just had a limited number of episodes. But to me, he was a real standout. Now, the DVD I have, Christmas from Second City TV, is taken once the show kind of broadened out from Canada. It was no longer just a global, local TV show that we got to see. I think it was NBC had picked it up, one of the major networks, and they were running it. And that's where it kind of really took off. We added Rick Moranis, we added Martin Short, we ended up with Bob and Doug McKenzie, things like that. Those all kind of came a little later on from the original, and that's what's included in this CD. You can see in here we do have Rick Moranis, we got Martin Short up in there, Andrea Martin, John Candy, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Joe Flaherty. Great characters. Now, especially if you're a fan recently of Schitt's Creek with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, I mean, that one went on to win a pile of Emmy Awards there just a few years ago. It's a great show on the streaming networks if you can get it. On Gem TV, if you can pick that up, the CBC run app. But here's a chance to see them back in the earlier days. Now we've got two things on here. We've got the SCTV Staff Christmas Party. That was from December 18th, 1981. And the other one is Christmas, it's called. And later down below it says Christmas with Catherine O'Hara and Andrea Crouch. Some of the guests we have on here, and this is the cast playing them, of course. We got Liberace, the Mayor Tommy Shanks, Dusty Town, Johnny LaRue, Guy Caballero, Libby Wolfson, the Schmenges. I mean, all these characters are familiar if you're familiar with Saturday Night Live. Some great characters there by John Candy, Eugene Levy, Dave Thomas. I mean, these are great, great characters. Had a 2-year run on NBC. They produced 2 Christmas specials, both included on this. Now, I was able to pick up the hard copy for it. It's on Shout video, so kind of a discount video sometimes. I don't know how easily available it is. There may be some of it on places like YouTube or other streaming networks. But I mean, if you're a fan of Second City, this is back in the early days. There's some classic performers here, people that went on to be superstars in their own right, back when they were, you know, say we're talking here in 1980. Gosh, almost 40 years ago, man. Can you imagine that? 40 years ago? These people have been around. And it was a decade before that that, you know, Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, John Candy, and these guys were all, you know, out there performing, doing live Second City in Toronto. I mean, it was just a melting pot. So many great people have come out of there. Mike Myers, another one, didn't end up on here, but ended up on Saturday night, right? So a lot of fun. If you get a chance to watch it, it's a little different from the Christmas movies. It's a flashback to an older time with some people you're well familiar with. A couple of great episodes. Check them out. That's it for this week. Next week, the home stretch, right? 3 episodes before we hit Christmas. Hope you join us then. Have a great weekend. Till then, everybody take care. Stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.